the secret.
Dear friend and follower, as a long time I didn't talk to you, but I think what's going on now in the world make me decide to be back and talk to you about a lot of things happened since 2003 and the world collapsing through the Western and American wars all around the world, supporting and defending the militias and the terrorists they built and send them back to our countries. We got to start first thing about Iraq as my country. I got to talk clearly without of hiding anything, without of politic issue, like how the politicians do, to be two faces. I'm not a politician, as you know. I'm talking about politics, but I never consider myself as a politician. And here, the point I want to pass it to the world, and especially to few countries, what I lived in it over to 23 years ago. Since 2003, when America did biggest mistake in the world to invade Iraq under the title of chemical weapon, what Saddam they claimed to have, and to give, between two brackets, freedom to Iraqi people. And as you know all, I was one of the opposition to the Saddam regime, but I never involved in any political party or any supported by any government in the West, especially the American and the CIA by name. This is why my life past 23, 24 years ago has been destroyed, because I didn't cooperate with any intelligence service how the Iraqi opposition was supplied and supported by CIA, by the Western government, by Arab countries, what they don't like Iraq to be comfortable and relaxed country and relaxed nation. And here we're talking about the CIA and the American government and the Western government, how they decide to put puppets belong to them as a leaders to run a country like Iraq. Iraq, as I said before, long time ago, since 90s, Iraq is not an easy country to run. The nation is not easy to run. The nation, they don't understand the word of democracy. They think democracy, you can curse to each other, you can build a website and start cursing to Latif, to this, to that. They think this is the democracy. We don't understand the democracy, because if you read the history of Iraq past 6,000, 7,000 years ago, all is built through blood. And everything was through blood and revolution. No one, a president or king or anybody sit and as a leader in Iraq, is not being killed or his life destroyed. This is how it works. But in Saddam time, the American and the Western government, they don't have intelligence service inside Iraq. This is why they was believing any word, this is what called Iraqi opposition, like Ahmed al-Chalabi, like the Islamic group, like the Kurdish group. And they was believing, this is was their source for information. And the Shia, they say Saddam destroyed our life, we can do our religion through visiting Hussein or Ali, or this is the cousins of Prophet Muhammad. And here the intelligence service built a picture and was absolutely false and wrong picture has been built about Iraq. When I'm involved in Iraqi opposition as an independent person, but every time I go to conference, Ahmed al-Chalabi or the Islamic group, they turn against me and tell the CIA, be careful. This man has been sent by Saddam Hussein. This man, he wrote all these books together with the Iraqi government to be inside the Iraqi opposition, and absolutely wasn't true, because if you work for Iraqi intelligence service or like this, I don't think they go to try to kill you 4 times, and this is what happened. I get 4 assassination attempts because of my books, because of my interviews, because I was real opposition, not a puppet for a profit. I didn't fight Saddam Hussein for a profit. I didn't write books and movie and like that because of profit. And all the people know me, who close to me, they know all gone to charity. But the stories keep continues with these liars in the media. As Middle Eastern, as I say before, we are very fool and stupid because we was believing the West, they have democracy. You can do your free speech. You can condemn anything you think is wrong. You can have an opposition to fight what you believe in a peaceful way, what you believe is right. But past 23 years, I'm living in the West, jumping from country to others, to others, to other, for my safety and my family's safety. Did I found any democracy? No. Did I found I can be a human being and the government count me as a human? I don't think so. The reason, because I didn't cooperate with any intelligence service or with any country I lived in. Here, my life has been destroyed here and there. And as you know, 17 years I lived in Ireland. I worked, my wife is Irish, my kids is Irish, and I still keeping refusing my citizenship. For no reason. The reason what they give me under the law, what they counted as a law, absolutely fool and very stupid answers. The first answer I get as refusal for my first application, what I was waiting 5 years to get an answer. And under the Irish law was very long time to wait for an answer, yes or no. At the time was maximum 18 months, but I wait what unusual for a case to be waiting 5 years. After I bring Minister of Justice to court, they give me a reason, very stupid, as Department of Injustice in Ireland. When I applied 5 years ago, you applied 3 months early. They make me wait 5 years to give me this stupid answer. They didn't get the application and look at it, and they did send me a letter and say, sorry, you can't apply now. You are very early for 3 months. You can apply. No. Second application I put, because I was in a Jerry Ryan show. This is one of the famous Irish TV show. I called Michael McDowell, but he was Minister of Injustice in Ireland. I called him Michael McFool for a reason. This guy, he was a Minister of Injustice in Ireland. And he was a leader of one of the political party was in Ireland, now completely damaged because as one of the racist political party was in Ireland. And after I published few articles and document about him because he was so racist, he don't give citizenship to the foreign. He was fighting to kick the foreign out of the country. And because I call him Michael McFool, he refused me after a week. My application, I put it, my second application. My third application, I got to tell you how I put it. My third application was in 2006, after the invasion of Iraq in 2003, I was fighting to get my family out. I didn't see them for 18 years. And I saw the war in Iraq, and sectarian war and civil war was in Iraq against the Shia and Sunni, and everybody was killed in Iraq. I tried to bring my family out, and I was happy to take my mother and my niece and nephew out of Iraq after my niece and nephew, they lost their mother in the war, after they bombed my family house. Because Ahmed al-Chalabi again, he told them, because my family house was big, he told them, this is one of Saddam palaces. And they bombed it, and I lost my sister-in-law. I asked my brother to take his kids, my niece and nephew, to raise them with my kids. At least they have a good life and relax and safe. I bring my mom and my niece and nephew to Ireland. The day I apply for refugee status to her, they recognize she's my mother. They refuse her straight away. I appealed it, and I was her lawyer, and I won the case. She get her refugee status. When she get her refugee status, I applied my third application for citizenship. This is 2007. Now we are in 2014. How many years? Nearly 7 years. My mother, she get her refugee status. Few years later, my mother, she get refugee status because of me. My mother, she applied for citizenship in Ireland. She get it because of me. And she get refugee status, she get citizenship, and I still waiting past 7 years for an answer. Yes or no? Even I wrote a letter to the minister, the new one now, Minister of Injustice. I say, would you give me no? They still coward. They still can't face me because they know. They are in a lose-lose situation. If they give it to me, they think I got to start my own political party in Ireland and fight them. If they give me no, sorry, I don't want to say what's going to happen, but I got to fight them and see after them what's happened. Because we are public now. But what I got to do, I make them feel sorry for what they did. I have a small story for you. From a guy, from my experience in Ireland. This guy is a Shia. He become with a group of 17, 18 people to Ireland. And this guy, when he claimed refugee status, he was living in Yemen, and he bought a visa to Brazil or somewhere, but the transit was in Shannon Airport. When he claimed refugee status, he told the Irish government, at the time they was more fool. He told them, through my religion, he's a Shia, through my religion I have 4 wives. And this is the names. What he gave, the name of his mother and 3 sisters. See the dirt of those people. The dirt of those people. And the Irish government, he put application for reunification of 4 wives. But the wives is his mother and 3 sisters and their kids. He claimed this is his kids. When they arrived to Ireland, a few months later, he say, I divorced them and they go back to Iraq. I divorced them through religion. And what religion? The guy, what he owned, Husseiniya, what I told you about it, and what Husseiniya mean is a Shia mosque in Dublin. You pay him like what you pay him, he make any document for you. Legal document with Ireland accepted. But he told them they are gone, and I don't know how they are gone. But these women, they went to other county, they lived in the other friend's house, and 2 months later they come to Dublin claiming refugee status in their original name. And they told the government they are married and the husband in Iraq. This is mean they get the refugee status. Few months later, the husband coming from Iraq reunited with them. Those people like a disease. When they go to your country, like disease, bacteria, just keep growing, and one day you don't see your nation. Only these bacteria in your country. No education and no nothing except damaging your country. And I hope you learn from these. Now, since 80s, the plan was the damaging Iraq. What I like in American, and when I say American, I don't mean American people. I have a lot of American friends. I have a lot of American supporters. I have a lot of emails coming from America. They say we are not part of American government. We hate them too. When I say American, please understand me, I'm talking about American foreign policy and the CIA, not American people. I have a lot of respect for American people and the Western people because they are victims like me and you. And they paying the price through their tax, through their life to support, I don't say support, to save the people in Congress and the CIA and the puppet in European Union and I don't know where. Here in 80s, we all know, was 8 years war between Iraq and Iran. The American, they was selling weapon to Iran, and we all know about Iran Gate. And the other side, they was given satellite picture to Saddam Hussein to bomb these places. Beautiful profit. They was milking Iran and Iraq for profit. And the Iraqi and Iranian people killed millions. Lost mother, father, son, brother, husband, you name it. Why? Because the Western government, they don't consider us as a human being. We always animal in the eyes of the Western government or America. We always only a cow, you can just milk it. Milk it for dollars, for benefit, for their profit. Not because Saddam, he was the best, or Khomeini, he was the best. There was a friend with the both, in a different side, in a different way. But you and me was paying the price. I was in this war. I've been injured in this war. But this is how the West works. We finish in 1988, the war. They start planning for something else because they start seeing Iraq try to build himself, and a lot of Western people know Iraq was a beautiful country to visit, to go to see, education, health system, safe. I'm not defending Saddam, but this is the right way to say. I was against Saddam, but Saddam on the other side, he did a good things too. He built hotels, he built motorways, he built the health system, what was free. Education, even United Nations, they give Saddam present for best education in Middle East. We have water, we have electricity. We lived like a human people. Saddam, one thing he was saying to the people, do anything you want. You want to pray, this is a church for you, this is a mosque for you. You want to drink, this is nightclub for you, this is a hotel for you. You can do anything, just don't touch my chair. very clear. But the opposition in the West, what they was have these Iraqi what called opposition. They build them, they train them, they supply them, they dress them, because they always claiming benefit. Up till now, they become leader, they still claiming benefit and social welfare from the West. But the West, they are stupid and they got to pay for it. I got to explain later. 2001 was a big conference in London about how they got to destroy Saddam Hussein. Before that, they was the invasion for Kuwait, and Gillespie was the American embassy to Baghdad. She gave a green light to Saddam Hussein, but not straight away, in a different way. They told Saddam, we don't have agreement with Kuwait. If something happened, this is two Arab countries got to sort it out their problem. And this was a clear message to Saddam Hussein to go and invade Kuwait. And here the other benefit coming for America, because they start telling Saudi Arabia and telling all these Gulf area, the stupid people, buy our weapons. Saddam, he invade Kuwait, maybe he got to invade you more. And they sold billions of dollars weapon to these idiot people in the Gulf area. And Saddam out of Kuwait, we lost another couple of 100,000 life. They put a sanction in Iraq. They killed 500,000 child from the sanction. You know and I know, sanction never hurt any government in the world, always hurt the nation. Here is the problem. They didn't hit Saddam directly, because I read Schwarzkopf's book when he say we are nearly 40-50 kilometers out of Baghdad, and President Bush told us to get out of Iraq and leave Saddam Hussein. I tell you why they left him. Because Saddam Hussein, he was the cow for them to milk him, slowly. To tell Saudi Arabia, tell Kuwait, tell Emirat, tell Qatar, tell all these stupid government in the Gulf area, buy our weapon. Be careful, Saddam Hussein, he invade Kuwait. You think he don't do it again? Buy our this 13 years of propaganda. When the 13 years is finished, Saddam Hussein expired. Here, they bring us another puppet to put in our government. 2003 happened. I've been contacted by Paul Bremer, and he can hear me now, to put me as Minister of Justice. I told him very clearly, where is the justice in Iraq to be minister for it? And he thought I'm a cheap like the others people. He said to me, it's $45,000 a month, you have security, you have that. I say, I can't work with American inside my country. Leave my country alone, and after then I go back to my country. Exactly what's happened. One of his advisors told me, Lطيف, Yahya, we got to destroy your life anywhere you go on the world. We have a hand, we have friends and allies everywhere. And they promised, and they did it, and they delivered their promise. Keep my life damaging, keep my life destroyed. I'm jumping from country to other, and it's not finished. Even with the illness I have, maybe, stress, depressed, and you're in the lose-lose situation. In Saddam time, the Saddam regime, they call me you work for America and you are a traitor. And this time, with the puppet they put in Iraq, they count me as old regime and a collaborator with Saddam. Lose-lose situation. and I don't have a country to go, I'm not complaining. I don't care tough shit if I be citizen or no. But I'm searching for a country to be at least relaxed. You know, I have a country, and if something happened to me now, which embassy I call? The Iraqi, they don't count me as Iraqi. The Irish, they don't count me as Irish because I'm not citizen. I'm only a resident, and residence is not counted as a citizen to fight for them. Britain, I'm resident. Belgium, I'm resident. German, I'm resident. Here, you can't. And you know why I'm resident? For money. If I don't have money, I'd be kicked out of long time ago. Maybe I'm being hung now in Iraq. This is what I'm talking about, the West. Money. They don't care. They don't care how much you murdered in your country. They don't care where did you get the money. And I got to tell you a few stories after that about what's happened after 2003 and what the people they put in Iraq. And here you can count what your leaders and governments do and how you are not a human being in your country. Even you are a part of the nation. You are only number consider a citizen of the country, and they count you when they count the countries, how many nation each country. But any right you have, I don't think so. And I think you test a lot through the law passing and you don't have a clue about it. Paul Bremer, he put few puppets as a leaders in Iraq. Ministers, prime minister, president. I never saw a country every month have a president for 6 months. 6 months, every month have a president. Why? Because since 2001, the last conference was in London, they separate Iraq to Sunni and Shia and Kurd. And I start shouting, and they kick me out by the intelligence service because Ahmed Chalabi told them he's a Saddamist and he's one of Saddam team to spy on us. And Ahmed Chalabi, he forget he was part of intelligence service in Jordan, Iraqi intelligence service, and he was passing all the messages to Saddam Hussein, but on the other side, he was double agent to America. And I'm not talking from my pocket. I have a lot of stuff, but not everything you can show it. 2003, up till now, no one wall has been built in Iraq. We have nearly 2 million people killed, what Saddam Hussein he didn't do in 35 years. We have 5 million refugees outside. We have 3 to 4 million refugees inside through the sectarian war. People, Shia area being kicked to Sunni area and Sunni area to the Shia area and start cutting up Iraq to pieces. And now the new things coming out of Iraq, each town they want to be a county. We have 18 counties in Iraq. Now in a few months going to be about 400 because everyone wants to be a leader. Corruption. See the Western government how it work. Through the damage, what's happened to the world financially and physically, and all the world finance has been collapsed, they start doing a new strategy. In Libya, look at Libya, since Gaddafi gone, civil war, stealing, murdering, no one day relax they have. Look at Tunisia, look at Egypt, but I'm talking about my country. Since 2003, up till now, this is the international banks in the West and America, they write it down every week, $8 billion smuggling out of Iraq to Belgium, to Britain, to America, to Germany, to Scandinavia. How this money coming out? Those militias and the citizen and I'm talking now, I don't want to be some racist, but I got to talk to understand where those people come. In 80s and 90s, the Shia, they were saying we being destroyed in Iraq, we don't have a humanity, we don't have right to use our religion and like that. 2003, before the war, America and the CIA and Britain, they start going after all these Shia refugees and they don't have citizen or residence. They start offer them citizenship to go be soldiers to invade Iraq. And they did. They go to Iraq, they get all the British citizen, Irish citizen, American citizen, and they went with American allies as a translator and as a fighter. If person, he bring enemy to his country, you think he got to be loyal to you? We go to this part later. Now, they come, they destroy the country. Since 2003 up till now, we don't have water, clean water to drink. We don't have electricity. In 2004, any country in the world don't have electricity. Do you know how much the corruption in the electricity system in Iraq? Past $70 billion. This is all the contract what they did with America and Britain and Germany and Belgium, but nothing worked. Just they take the money, and the minister, he took 800 million, and before he ran from Iraq has been arrested, but the American common took him out of prison, and they told the puppet in Iraq, you are not allowed to arrest him because he's an American citizen. And now he's sitting in America with $800 million. What the Iraqi puppet did? Nothing. The another minister, what called Falah al-Sudani. And this man, he was like an economy minister or something like that. Only him, $1 to $1.1 billion. I'm not talking 100,000 or 200,000 or 2 million or $1.1 billion, and has been arrested. Again, the British went to his prison, took him out, and told the puppet in Iraq, you are not allowed to arrest him, he's a British citizen. And another one, Defense Minister, Hazem al-Sha'lan. He did a contract with America and Poland and some few countries, Eastern European. He took $2 billion, $2 billion, and not be arrested, nothing, take his private jet back to London. And those people, what I mentioned, they always living in the welfare, in a social welfare before 2003. Now they become one of the richest people in the world. Did the Western government ask them, like any one of you, if you have 3,000 with him cash in the airport, he'd be asked million questions. But those people with hundreds of millions and billions, nobody asked them. You go to Britain or America, pay tax off it, they forget where did you get it. No matter how much you killed in your country, they go to tell you, he didn't kill anything here, is outside the country, and prove for us. This is the propaganda of the West. And the others, and the others. But what I got to say now, this all things going out with the help of Iran, you believe it or not. As a thanks to Iran to let America and the West invade Afghanistan and Iraq. Since 2006, I wrote an article, one was Iran shouting and yakking here and there. We got to bomb Israel, we got to destroy the evil of America. I wrote an article, I say, America and Iran, same shit, different us. At the time they shut down my website. They shut down my YouTube. They shut down any page I have. But did I stop? No. Open a new page. And how much they hit, I hit back. It's no problem for me. Because when I believe something, I never stop. When I think I have right, I take it. Take me long, but in the end, I am the winner. Some people say to me, how can America be, they are against Iran? I say no. This is all business under the table. America and Iran is same, but different names. And the proof, 2003, America, they handle Iraq in a golden plate to Iran. This is why we are now a state of Iran. Anybody, any fool, any stupid in the world think Iraq as independent country, he be absolutely stupid. Because Iranian army running the country, Iranian government given the order to the Maliki and all the puppet they have, because a lot of puppet in Iraq, they was living in Iran. All the Islamic, Shia Islamic group, they all raised and founded by Iran since 1980 up till 2003. Do you see anything in before 2003 called Shia or TV for Shia? Zero. Since 2003, over 50 channels come up. Do you know what mean TV channel to run? And I mean TV channel with the staff, with the reporter around the world. This means millions and hundreds of millions and billions spent. Do you see in your country before something called Husseiniya? And Husseiniya mean a Shia mosque. Maybe was in London, few, 1 or 2 or 3 maximum. And in Sweden, maybe 1, because this is where is the Shia centers. But after 2003, each country, even in Africa, they built Husseiniya. Not for religion. This is Safawist. Safawist is different from Shia. Those people, they do anything for their profit. They do anything to destroy the world, just to they live. Now, these Husseinias is not a place to pray to God, but those people who build those and bought those, they using and abusing the system of the West, what called freedom of religion. If I am a Buddhist or I don't know what, I'm allowed to have somewhere to go and pray. But those Safavists, what they do, they buy all these places, they turn it to money laundering, prostitute under religion and Sharia of Shia. This is very important. Prostitute under the Shia system, what they call it mut'a. And mut'a is marriage for an hour or 2 or day. Do you see marriage in this world counted an hour or 2 or a day, and you pay her €200 or something like that? Prostitute, red lights, but under religion. You know, and this is why a lot of people of them, they become multimillionaires from this prostitute. But the government, they can't say anything. They got to use, this is our religion and you can't abuse us. Now, these Shia mosques turn, as I say, money laundering through the militias from Iraq, prostitute, create militias to kidnap and killing people in Iraq, because all those people, they are your citizen. This is the nation of your country now, because you give them residence and you give them your passport. You can't take it back. Do you think those people, they don't go to hurt your nation, who kill and they own people in Iraq? Do you think those people, they got to be loyal to you? I don't think so. I'm very happy now because you got to test what you send it to us. You got to see the evils you create and send it to our country to kill our nation. They are back to you. They got to hit you inside your home. And no intelligence service of you go can control them. And no one of you, they can do anything. One, because those people unknown, they are sleepers. And I said to you this before, very careful with the sleepers. They are part of your nation. They work maybe in your departments and in your ministry because they are nation raised. No matter those people, what you give them, how much you educate them, they never forget the dirt they have. And you got to remember my word. And you got to say, maybe this guy, one day I heard him, he say that, we didn't believe him. I tell you a lot of stuff, maybe you think Lطيف Yahya, he's mad or he's talking, making a story, but no. I have a team, but they are ex-intelligence service. We are follow those people. Because how much I wrote to the Irish government when I was lived there. Oh, no, this is not true, this is not true. And after years, they come back to me and say, oh my God, that's what you told us is true. Those people, what they call themselves Shia, but they are not. The religion, what they believe in it, tell them you can steal, you can rape, you can do anything in this world for your benefit. You can marry for business. You can cry because those people, they have very funny things. It's like a bottom, they press it, they cry straight away. In the West, they're soft heart. When they see a man or woman cry, they feel sorry for her, they give her residence, they give her this. And those people, they always do that. They lie, they are not loyal, they do anything for their benefit, they raping, they killing, they do any stuff for a reason, because they believe how much they do damage to the world. Al-Mahdi coming back. How the Christians believe the Jesus coming back. Those people have a name for a guy called Al-Mahdi. He's coming back. And why they do all these dirty things in the world? Because and they believe in their religion, they believe how much you do damage to the world, this is make Al-Mahdi coming faster. This is the brain they have. There's no brain, there's a piece of shit inside the head. But these people, they are now like a disease all around the world. Like AIDS, like bacteria, but you can't get rid of them because you open the door for them and you can't close it anymore. And you can't stop it anymore because you was part of that to help them. And here you got to test and you got to see what's going to happen to your country. Maybe not now, for your future and new generation got to pay the price for the father and grandfather open the door for those people. And believe me, you got to pay a biggest price in the world and let the money what come to your country from the blood of other nations. Do you know those people, half of them, they are police and intelligence service in Iraq, but they have citizen, Western citizen, American, Canadian, Irish, Swedish, Scandinavia is full of them. Britain is full of them. They going back to Iraq. They kidnapping the Sunnis. They don't release them. Only they call it book. Book mean $10,000. $10,000. This is the code between them and when they contact the family of the kidnapper. And they told them, we need 2, 3, 10 books. This is mean $100,000 to release their son. And the people, after they pay, they sell their house, they sell what they can to save their son. They get the money, they throw the body outside the door. Since 2003 up till now, we have a civil war. Civil war, I mean civil war. But do you see it in your TV anymore? No. Iraq was just a number and gun. Did any news in the world write about it? Very little. Only some independent, poor newspapers here and there they write because they are not supported by the propaganda. And here, the news about Iraq is covered and gone. They don't want to show the dirt of America they did to Iraqi people. They don't want to see and show the world the failure of America and Iraq and Afghanistan under the name of terrorists. The terrorists, Al-Qaeda, what they create in America since Bin Laden, and this is America, create something, not exist. After that, they fight this something is not exist. And after that, when it's created by some fool, stupid people, they go fight it. Now, how we go get rid of this puppet they put in Iraq? We can't. They put a prime minister called Noor al-Maliki. I was in opposition since 91, 92 up till 2003. I never heard about him. I never saw an interview of him. I never saw an article about him. And a lot of them, I never heard about him. But America put him. Clean him and polish him, he and Ibrahim al-Ja'fari and a lot of puppet. They was in Britain claiming welfare and selling vegetable in the street like what they have now. The interior minister, he was selling vegetable in Denmark. Or Baha al-Araji, what he's a criminal in Ireland and Britain and was working in one of the kebab shop or mobile phones. You know what they put him in Iraq? The head of the corruption in parliament. And now he's one of multimillionaire in Ireland after he was living in the welfare. And now he bought half of Dublin apartments, buildings, but in different names, brother and friends and people signed for him, even Irish, he gave them percentage. And the intelligence service know about it in Ireland, but they are full. They don't care. Irish economy is damaged, they say, okay, at least you bring in money, no matter from where. This is how the West work. Now, I got to let you with this few clips from your countries. Watch those people, how they hurt themselves, hurt the kids and abuse the kids. In your country as a Western, what illegal? Do you think those people, after what they do to themselves, hurt themselves, they don't go to do this to you or your family? I'll see you after the clip.
لبيك يا مهدي حيا لبيك يا مهدي حيا لبيك يا مهدي حيا لبيك يا مهدي حيا لبيك يا مهدي
الماء بجد نقلب بواضرها وعين الماء بجد نقلب
رأيته والرأس عناق أقمت في أهل السماء عزاء
وانتظرت ينبهر نطهر نعز فاطمة حيدر حيدر يا رمز الثوار يا رمز الثوار يا رمز الثوار يومك يا حسين يظل خالد يا رمز الثوار يا ركمان القلب القائد يا رمز الثوار يومك يا حسين يظل خالد يا رمز الثوار يا ركمان القلب القائد يا رمز الثوار ناصبة ما تخوفني يا سيف ناصبة لا خفت من الذي يفجروني حسين حسين
يا حسين مولا
أو حسين
حسين يا حسين مولا حسين حسين يا حسين مولا
حسين حسين
يا حسين مولا
يخلي يزرعون
Now, you saw, this is a small part because I don't want to put more, because half people really hurt themselves very badly and they get a lot of stitches in the back and in the head and like that. And they call it part of their religion. How much blood coming, how much Al-Mahdi coming out. Anyway, now, another story in Iraq. Do you know, as a Western, what did you send your ambassador, your people as ambassador to Iraq, to cover the ass of America, to consider Iraq one of democratic country with all the bullshit going on in Iraq? Do you know your ambassador becoming one of the richest ambassadors in the world? Some people go to say why. I go to answer you. European and American and Canadian and Australian and all those ambassadors in Iraq, through their connection, they connect to few travel agency in Baghdad and around Iraq. This travel agency, what he do? He come to the Iraqi person. Iraq is full of money. Believe me, full of money. This is why the Western, everyone wants to come. Why they didn't go to Somalia? Because there's no money there. Nobody talk about Somalia and Hungary people in Africa because there's no money there. They don't call it democracy. They can kill each other. They don't care. But Iraq is the cow. They give milk always. Give milk to everybody except their own people. Sorry. Now, the ambassadors, he have every day 50, 60 visa issue. Schengen visa, for example. Schengen visa cost $15,000, but usually it's $200-300, no more. But these travel agent, you go to them and say, I want visa. He tell you 15,000, you have Schengen visa. You can go to France or Belgium or anywhere. Every day, 10, 15 visa issued from these embassy. Third of this money, the 15,000, go to the travel agent, and the rest go to the embassy. This means each visa, the travel agent get 5,000, and the ambassador get 10,000. If he have only 10 a day, this is $100,000. By 30 days, you count 3 million cash every month. This is why the ambassador of United Nations, he was crying because he left Iraq. because how much he's been corrupt in Iraq, how much he's been fed by Maliki to write good report about Iraq. This is how it's Iraq. They corrupt anybody go to Iraq. Now, those people, what they buy the visas, not normal people, they're all militias. Jaish al-Mahdi, al-Mahdi army, Badr Brigade, you name it, Hezbollah al-Iraq. Every day we have a militia in Iraq born because it's money, not because of religion. They all covered under religion. They all covered under Al-Qaeda. I don't believe anything called Islamic group because I don't believe any religion can order killing people under the religion name. I believe what I believe. You're not allowed to force me to believe what you believe. But in Iraq, completely different. You be this, or you be killed, or you be kidnapped, or get out of. The Christian, the nicest, softest, educated people in Iraq. We don't have them anymore. Between killing, between bombing the churches, they left the country. And they are the original of the country. I feel sorry for them because they are nice people. They're safe to live with them. They are safe to be friends with them. Now they are gone. The others, Iran want to turn Iraq to 100% Shia. Now, 1991, when Bush, we all remember when he said to the Shia, go rise against Saddam. They raised. Iranians sent soldiers and they raised against Saddam. The history repeating now. The Sunnis area, like Al-Fallujah, Ramadi, Anbar, Tikrit, Mosul, Samarra, those people, where is the Sunni area? Past few months now, Malik sending his militias to kill all the Sunnis there. Bombing the area under the name of fighting Al-Qaeda, what American created. And now they have another name, Daesh. And all the report of intelligence service, Daesh is built and made and financed by Syrian intelligence service and Iranian intelligence service and financed by a Maliki group. But they send it to Ramadi to have excuse to destroy the area because they are Sunnis. This is how is the world work. Where is the human rights here? The propaganda of human rights, the propaganda of Amnesty International, where they gone? Women in Iraq, Sunnis women, raped. A lot of them has become pregnant in prison. No one opened his mouth about the torture in Iraq and how badly now, million times in Saddam times. But nobody say anything about it. Do you hear that in the news? No. I go to show you clips, you can see it. But you don't see this in your channels because your channels paid. Your channels government. Do you know Maliki even how much he's idiot and fool? He start paying people like my page. But I'm not saying I'm famous or like this. I have 32,000 followers. There's a new page I open for fan people to answer on a question, and they answer me question. My private page for family and friends, but this page for everyone. Even if I publish a cartoon, they flag it. They flag it, and Facebook, they don't check why being flagged. They give you option, abuse, drugs, or like this. I'm publishing cartoon, for example. My page has been shut down. What the reason? Drugs and abusive. How? I'm publishing articles, I'm publishing videos, I'm publishing what's going on in Iraq. But on the other side, what Maliki pages, what they pay to Facebook, 2,000-3,000 a day as advertisement. They put beheaded people, they put all these horrible videos, blood and destroying people, and they're proud. They're proud to hang people on the street. They're proud to behead people, and they call them Al-Qaeda. They're proud to put the foot over the head what they beheaded. But Facebook, they don't shut them down. I try, for example, to see how the Facebook acting. I report one of the video, and Iraqi militia, what called army with the uniform, he have 2 heads in his hand, and he's proud of it. And I put, this is a violent photos to be put in the Facebook. The Facebook answer me, sorry, we can't remove the photos after we review it. It's not violence. Okay. 2 heads in the hand is not violence. But Lطيف Yahya, as I do video like how I talk to you now, is abusive and drugs. Where is the drugs in this video? Because this is the Facebook. It's a system. It's not a person searching. You click few times, abuse, 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 system automatically shut down. And they think through these child things, they are the winner. Because they can't face you. Because they can't tell, when you tell them the truth, they start cursing to you and cursing to every dirty language you go to hear. And when you talk to them, they are Western citizens. But they live in Iraq as an army and intelligence service and like that. Half of the government in Iraq is not half, 2/3 of them. No one of them he have an Iraqi citizen. They're all Western. And they come on the TV, they say, if something happened to us, we are ready to go. No one of them, he have his family with him. They are out. This is the democracy what America promised us. We lost our country. I was wishing one day when Saddam regime gone, I be back to my home. At least I don't be a foreign in these shitty countries I going around past 23 years. I lost my health. I've been diagnosed as a diabetes, multiple sclerosis, blood pressure, all that. This is all from the stress. This is from you're not relaxed. Yes, I am happy. My wife, she's good. My kids is good. But I'm losing my health. I can't walk. You know, very heavy walk. What would I get from the West? What the benefit I get from the West? Because you tell the truth, they hire few scum of the earth to write about you, like the guy he wrote an article in Guardian or Sunday Times. But my documentary team, after they contact what they claim they were saying bad things about me, they denied. We have the tape record. Those people, they never did article or interview with those people in Sunday Times and Guardian. And I got to sue the ass of these two newspapers. Let the documentary come out, and after that I take my legal action. This is the story I was trying to pass it to you. And I hope, as a nation, I'm not talking government, they are all corrupt. Government, they don't care about you or me. We are just numbers. I want you to look after your kids, warning them from those people, clean up your country, and if you can, if you have a power, take the status of those people, take the citizen of those people, because there was a claim in Iraq is not safe. Now they own Iraq, their country is run by them, you can send them back. You got to pay the price for letting those people to your country. Forget the money. The money what they bring, this is a dirty money. This is a blood money. Never you got to be happy with it. I wish everybody the best, and I wish to see you again. And I'm sorry if I was angry or I cursed, but this is how the people and the natural things coming out when somebody tells the truth. Have a good day, and I wish you the best to you and your family. Thank you so much.